Hey guys, back with another video. In this video, we are going to be covering NIYAH McMichaels, who is 13 years old and went missing August 11th, 2024, as well as being pregnant. Does this ring a bell? Does this sound similar to NIYAH's case? Well, y'all stay tuned and we're about to jump into it. So this is a picture of the post report that they wrote about NIYAH going missing. It was too much to post, so I just did a screenshot. So it says NIYAH McMichael, a 13-year-old from Gary, Indiana, has been missing since August 11th, 2024. Last seen at home, she was reported missing by her mother, but conflicting accounts suggest she may have disappeared earlier, with her grandmother claiming no contact since June. Initially thought to be a runaway, Silver Alert wasn't issued until September 5th, delaying a search. The FBI and Gary police conducted a search on October 5th, but no updates have followed. NIYAH's family history raises further questions as past ties to organized crime and alleged child services involvement have surfaced. The case has attracted public attention with advocacy from missing, lost, and trafficked at USPA's involvement. Volunteers, however, report facing resistance, including encounters with alleged gang members. USPA has offered a reward and encourages the public to come forward. Yeah, this is so crazy because they reported her as missing as well. And this little girl is pregnant as well. So let me read the rest of what I have. It says NIYAH McMichael, 13, female, was reported missing by her mother, Jasmine McMichael. According to official reports, NIYAH was last seen on the evening of August 11, 2024, at their home located in the 1300 block of Malcolm X Drive, Gary, Indiana. She was last seen wearing black pajamas, a black hooded sweatshirt, and black and red shoes. She is approximately 5'2" and 100 pounds. NIYAH was due to start the new school year the day after she was reported missing. A Silver Alert was not immediately issued in connection with NIYAH's disappearance. NIYAH was initially believed to be a runaway, and according to local media coverage, that was the reason for the almost 3-week delay in the statewide alert being approved. The Silver Alert for NIYAH was ultimately issued on September 5th, 2024, when Gary police requested the assistance of the Indiana State Police. On October 5th, 2024, the FBI and Gary police executed a search warrant on Jasmine McMichael's residence where NIYAH was last seen. An FBI Indianapolis spokesperson said the search was conducted by the Gang Response Investigative Team, a specialized task force in Northwest Indiana. Since then, authorities have not provided any additional updates to NIYAH's case. NIYAH's disappearance gained the attention of Missing, Lost, and Trafficked, a media outlet that provides awareness, advocacy, and support for missing persons. Has a large audience with nearly 100,000 followers on multiple platforms. Its founder, Pebbles Wilson, has been personally following NIYAH's case and has dedicated a tremendous amount of time investigating. It says through her research, Wilson was able to locate NIYAH's estranged biological father, who goes by the Facebook name, whatever. And in his interview with Missing, Lost, and Trafficked, Rogers said that he was never involved in NIYAH's life, but he consistently paid Jasmine McMichael child support. Rogers claims in February of 2024, officials from Indiana Department of Child Services contacted him to report that NIYAH had been raped and that they were conducting an investigation into her living conditions. So, y'all, this is a lot that we're gonna have to dive into. Is some key people in this, which is NIYAH's mom, which is Jasmine McMillan, and her girlfriend Kiara. And those two are the ones that are being looked at very heavily in the disappearance of Janiyah. So y'all stay with me. We can work on this and continue to work on NIYAH at the same time, because these cases is crazy. And the fact that this baby is gone and her mama acting like it's nothing, it's crazy. It's gonna make y'all mad. I'm telling y'all, this case is finna piss y'all off. So y'all stay tuned. So I have some more important information I want to read before we jump into these videos. It says the family disagrees on disappearance date. Summer contact lacking. It says there is also serious division amongst Janiyah's family as to the date of her disappearance. Her mother, Jasmine McMichael, reported Janiyah missing on August 11, 2024. Janiyah's maternal grandmother, Delia Guerrero, claims that none of Janiyah's extended family has heard from her since the second week of June 2024. This time frame would coincide with the end of the 2023-2024 school year. I want a name of someone who saw Janiyah during school vacation this past summer, said Brian Fitzgibbons, lead missing persons investigator for USPA Nationwide Security. Someone aside from her mother. According to Wilson, the extended family says that throughout the summer, they repeatedly asked Jasmine McMichael where Janiyah was, and McMichael dodged the questions. The family claims to have previously had regular phone and video calls with Janiyah, so not hearing from her for weeks was a dramatic departure from the routine. USPA's founder Michael Evans asserted the fact that Janiyah's extended family is publicly claiming to have heard nothing from her since the beginning of June is a cause for grave concern, particularly given that her mother's residence had a search warrant executed on it and there's an alleged DCS investigation ongoing.
The family of a Gary teen missing since August is calling on anyone with information to come forward as the FBI executes a search warrant on her home.
Courtney Spinelli has tonight's top story.
Earlier today, local and federal authorities executed a search warrant at the home where Janiyah McMichael was reportedly last seen. Her grandmother says her family is worried sick and they're asking anyone with information on her whereabouts to please come forward.
It's torn us apart inside.
For 55 days, Delia Guerrero says she's been searching for her granddaughter around the clock. 13-year-old Janiyah McMichael was reported missing by her mother on August 11th, allegedly last seen at her home in the 1900 block of Malcolm X Drive.
Do I believe she ran away? No, I don't believe Janiyah ran away. She's not a street kid. She doesn't do stuff like this.
In an initial post in August, Gary police called Janiyah a missing person/runaway, and city officials now say they are deeply concerned. The department says it asked Indiana State Police to approve a silver alert issued statewide on September 5th and is also working with the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
I pray that, she's found soon. It's been too long.
Gary police say they reached out to the FBI and Department of Child Services right away, and that on Saturday, agents assisted in executing a search warrant at the girl's home. An FBI Indianapolis spokesperson says it was executed by the Gang Response Investigative Team, a task force in Northwest Indiana, though its efforts don't only focus on gangs.
It's just hard, and it's just so hard. I'm sorry. Just the not knowing where my granddaughter's at.
Guerrero says she hasn't seen her granddaughter since her birthday on April 28th, a day she cherishes deeply. She says her daughter, Janiyah's mother, has an estranged relationship with some family members, her included, but it hasn't impacted their tireless efforts to find her.
Her life matters.
Janiyah's family, who spoke with us, say they're in the dark about everything and don't know if investigators have any idea where she could be.
Janiyah's a very sweet, loving girl. Janiyah's very outspoken. Janiyah comes from a loving family.
Right now, Janiyah should be in 8th grade with her classmates, but where she is a mystery. Family says they've been helped by many people, strangers included, in the search for the missing teen.
Thank you for the prayers, for the public, for the law enforcement that's doing everything they're doing.
On Saturday, police addressed what they call significant misinformation on social media regarding the case, urging the public to share only vetted information so it doesn't get impeded. As investigators continue their search for Janiyah, her family is begging her, if she sees this, to please come home.
If anybody has Janiyah, please just let her go.
Gary police are urging people to use caution if they're approached asking for donations, and say people should be cautious if they're also approached by anyone claiming to be with a vigilante group involved in this investigation. Janiah's grandmother tells me they are not asking for money and they have not set up an official fundraising effort for this. For now, reporting in Gary, Indiana, Courtney Spinelli, WGN News.
So I got this clip I'm going to play. Shout out to Chardonnay Bay on TikTok. She's been covering a lot of this stuff going on with Janiah. So I'm going to play this clip for you guys.
I heard about this story about a 13-year-old girl by the name of NIYAH McMichael, then I think you better stop and listen. And make sure you share her story so she can get traction. Because why is she still missing? NIYAH McMichael is a 13-year-old, y'all, from Gary, Indiana. What happened to NIYAH McMichael? That is the question that everybody has and that needs answered. On the afternoon of August 11, 2024, Janiah's mom would call the police, letting the police know that Janiah was missing and that she could not find her daughter. How can a 13-year-old that was supposed to start school the next day just up and become missing with no trace, never to see her again? The mother and the mother's girlfriend told the police that they believed that Janiah had ran away. So you already know how they take cases when it comes to runaways. They don't look for you. A search for Janiah did not start until September the 5th of 2024. The process of her being looked for was delayed because of her being considered a runaway. Don't this sound familiar? Naziah Harris. This is being said by the friends of Janiah, cousins of Janiah, and also Janiah's grandmother on her dad's side has also been saying that they hadn't even seen or talked to Janiah since June of 2024. So how all of a sudden did this 13-year-old child come up missing a day before she was supposed to start the new school year? You gotta be kidding me. Why have enemies when you have one living in the same household as you? Now, Janiah's mom have a past of criminal activities and also CPS being called on her. So what really happened to NIYAH McMichael? Let's watch this clip of her mom on the day that she became missing.
Family says Janiah was last seen on the evening of August 11th at the Gary, Indiana home she shares with her mother and siblings. Jasmine McMichael says when she got up early the next morning to get the kids up for school, she found the home's front door ajar, the back door unlocked, and her oldest daughter gone.
Just come home because I know you're watching this. Somebody is going to show you this. Just come home.
Janiah's mother says some of the teens' clothes are also missing.
Come back for part 2 so we can really get into this story. You know exactly what happened to NIYAH McMichael, your daughter, ho. So why you ain't told nobody where the hell she at? You done had 20 CPS cases on you. On top of that, Janiah even came to you and told you that she was pregnant. And that a family member of y'all's essayed her. And you ain't believe her? You scolded her and tried to beat her and screamed at her and God knows what. And how was you given a lie detector test and you failed it? And then your girlfriend didn't even want to take the lie detector test. She sat there and rejected it. So what is y'all really hiding? Y'all did something to Janiah McMichael. And if you think you're going to keep on running, it's not going to happen. And what's even more alarming, you stayed sitting there talking mess about your daughter. You not trying to find her. The grandmother is the only daggone person that's been out here feet to the ground looking for her granddaughter. While you sitting here putting in way less time trying to find your daughter. The reason is that for is because you know exactly what you did to your daughter. And trust and believe, everything you do in the dark gonna always come to the light. Y'all, check this out. When the FBI last year went into Jasmine McMichael's home, the mother of Janiah McMichael, why when they went in there into Janiah's room, the sheets and blankets was removed off of her bed? So when the FBI asked Jasmine, where's her sheets and covers at? Jasmine tells them, oh, they needed to be washed. She put them in the washer. No, you washed them because you knew the FBI had to come in there and search your home. You sit there and cleaned up. You and your girlfriend cleaned up whatever mess that you did to your daughter. Baby, when I say hell is one hot of a place, you about to burn.
Yeah, so this story is deep because allegedly what's being said is that Jasmine, which is the mother of Janiah, she noticed that no pads were being used. She questioned Janiah about it, finds out Janiah is pregnant. They got into an argument and she says Janiah ran away. She woke up, noticed the back door was open, noticed Janiah clothes. She had packed clothes and left. So she's trying to say she ran away. This story, it gets deep. This is just scratching the surface. Y'all tell me what y'all think about it. Let me know in the comments if y'all want me to continue on with this. Even if y'all don't want me to, I am anyway, because this is like similar to Naziah's story. They called her in as a runaway, all these things. Like, and then the mama, all she doing is pointing fingers at everybody else and making herself look crazy. But let me see. I'm about to play some more. Also, I want to let y'all know we got this guy. His name is Kevin Collins. He goes by Casey the Bodyguard. He is actually like a private investigator. The dad of Janiyah allegedly hired him to investigate the case because he felt it was foul play going on as far as with the mother. So y'all gonna be seeing me post things from him because he's the one that's been advocating and going real hard for Janiyah as well as the grandmother. So I'm just really giving y'all like background on who are the players, what's going on, and then we're gonna keep going from there on things that we find out.
West Indiana, the families of several missing people are demanding answers about their loved ones' cases.
Casey Cronus is live to tell us why they're speaking up now. Casey.
Hi, Terrence and Sylvia. Those families are speaking out about cases that date as far back as 2015 and as recently as last fall. They say they have resorted to looking for help from independent organizations because they haven't gotten the answers they feel they deserve from the police. Case Files Chicago, an independent organization that works to prevent violence and bring closure to families, says all of the missing persons cases discussed today are tied to Gary, Indiana. Lisa Wright was last seen in 2021 after meeting up with someone in Hammond. Her mother says she was never heard from again. This past October, 25-year-old Emma Baum, who was 9 months pregnant at the time, vanished. The Gary Police Department says they investigated multiple tips and conducted several interviews to no avail. Also in attendance, the grandmother of Janiyah McMichael, a 13-year-old girl who went missing last August.
Somebody knows something, please speak. She's a child. She was reported as a runaway. My family does not believe that. Janiyah, if you're out there, wherever you may be, please, Janiyah, reach out to us. This is your Nana. We love and miss you so much.
Now, in response to this morning's press conference, Gary Police Chief Derek Cannon has issued a statement, writing in part, the Gary Police Department is aware of a list of missing people circulating on social media. Much of the content of this publicized list is inaccurate due to outdated information. That statement goes on to say that Gary PD is working with state partners and will be issuing an updated list with the most recent information by this Friday. Now, this morning's press conference also touched on the case of King Walker, who was just a toddler when he went missing from his home in 2015. More on that coming up at 5.
So there y'all have it. I'm going to end it right there at that note, and we're going to pick back up on it tomorrow. But y'all tell me what y'all think so far about this case. This case is no less than Naziah's case. Like, all missing cases, all missing cases are important, and especially cases like this with these young girls being SA'd inside the home by family members, other people outside the home, getting pregnant, and then allegedly coming up missing. That is crazy to me. And then they do this file these missing cases reports, these runaways, because they know that's what the police gonna go with. Oh, it's just a runaway. We not too concerned about that. They'll be back home. They do this all the time. And it gives them time to clear their tracks and get things in order, get their lives straight. Well, not all the time, but y'all get what I'm saying. Like, this is horrible. This is ridiculous. And I believe that mama did this because she found out Janiyah was pregnant. Possibly could have been by whoever was the family member that was SAing her, that she told her mom about. Also, she didn't want to send her to school. like that, being pregnant, because as y'all know, she was getting ready to start school the next day. But y'all let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button. And we'll be back. Bye.